guys, I'm Sally.
I'm Faye.
And we are here to tell you all about the sequels coming out in 2020 to past Owlcrate Jr books. There are so many that I just cannot wait to dive back into. And some that are like already on book 3.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to read book 2 yet. So let's get right in. So going in chronological order of when they are going to come out, first up, in North America, this one's actually already out in the UK, and that is The Lost Tide Warriors by Catherine Doyle, book 2 in the Stormkeepers series. Have you read The Stormkeepers Island yet?
I want to though.
You must.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before your time here. So basically in book 2, it sounds like Finn is about 6 months into his Stormkeeper duties, but his magic is not working properly, and the evil powers are growing in strength.
Whoa.
So he has to save the island, but how without his magic?
And is this Nevermore Island?
This is Nevermore Island, yeah.
Cool. I saw Catherine Doyle do this really cool tour of Nevermore Island.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, because I read the synopsis, I didn't realize it was a real place.
Real place, yeah.
But it looked really cool, and it made me really want to watch read the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me really want to read the book. It also makes me really want to go to Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
It just looks stunning there.
Yes.
Book number 2 is book number 3 in the Arlo Finch series, coming out on February 4th. We are back in Pine Mountain. He's home from camp. He's starting a new school. But he's also going all the way to China to bring his dad back, hopefully. That's something that is hinted at a lot in the first 2 books, that his dad, who I think works in like the tech world, has sort of been exiled. He's in hiding in China, kind of. So they're in contact with him, but he can't come back to the States. And I'm very curious to see how that ties into this Pine Mountain magical story.
This is another series that I really want to read. Crystal keeps talking about how much she loves it, and and it's also about summer camp.
The first one is set in his mom's hometown, Pine Mountain, in the winter, in like a snowy Colorado, and then book 2 takes place at summer camp, and they're just amazing.
Nice.
They're so great.
Nice.
It's definitely one of my favorite series.
Cool.
Yeah. Another one coming out on February 4th is book 3 in the Love, Sugar, Magic series by Anna Mariano. This one is going to be called A Mixture of Mischief. This is one that I will need to catch up on book 2 before reading. But for anyone unfamiliar with this series, it is a Mexican-American family of women. They run a bakery and they are brujas.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, so they like bake love and magic right into all of their food. But there is a new bakery in town competing with them, and they may or may not be stealing the like magical family heirlooms that hold all of their baking secrets. This is another one that's just like, it's such a great family story. It's just this like big house of sisters, and Leo is the youngest of many sisters, and she just wants to grow up and be old enough to learn all this magic and harness it properly and stuff. And then there's just like delicious, yummy food that they're making all the time, and there's, she's always getting into trouble, and it sounds like there's like a mysterious family member who just like shows up on the doorstep, and they bring all kinds of trouble with them as well.
That's awesome.
Sounds like it's going to be fun. On April 7th of 2020, we have The Deceivers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. That's book 2 in the Greystone Secret series. I have no idea how many are going to be in this one, if it's just a duology, or if this one, I can't remember what she said when we spoke to her. But I believe it takes place, or it starts 12 days after the last events of book 1. There are more codes to solve and more secrets to uncover in this parallel world. This was such a neat book. I really loved the way she did the 3 different perspectives. I think we maybe get to hear more from Natalie this time. She plays a bigger role. The cover is beautiful. This is going to be such a gorgeous like set when it's all collected, and just I'm obsessed with the illustrations on the cover.
Nice. So on April 7th, 2020, the same day as the Deceivers, the third book of the Shah series is coming out. It's called Shah and the Tree of Wishes. And it is book number 3 in a quintet, which I just found out right now. And
Pandava quintet.
What? That's perfect. It doesn't stop at book. It just keeps going. That's great. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I started reading book 2, and it was one of those things that like I just had to put it down because like I need like time and just like I need to put everything else on hold to read this book. I'm gonna read it in a few weeks. But yeah, this is really exciting.
Yeah, I also have not read book 2 of this one.
Okay.
But it sounds like Sleeper is still causing trouble.
Oh yeah, because the Sleeper didn't actually. Okay, I shouldn't spoil anything.
Well, we know that there's a Sleeper in book 1. That's like in the title. And it sounds like still in book 3. And then there is also new Pandava sisters that we get to meet in book 3.
Yeah, because she only met the one.
That's right.
Yeah, the first one.
And I don't know how many there are in total, but there's it's just people keep coming out of the woodwork in this this whole.
I think there are 5.
Land.
That would make
sense. Yeah.
So there should be 5 sisters as well, or 5 siblings, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they don't necessarily have to be sisters.
That's right.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So more adventures, and I think that this is all set during a celebration of Holi.
Okay.
Kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Talk about Gargantis.
Cool. This is a book that I'm extremely over the top excited about, and it is the second book in the Malamander series, and it's called Gargantis. We have another giant eyeball on the cover, which is really exciting.
It's very purple. I love it.
Yeah. And it takes place in the same town.
We're still in Erie-on-Sea. It's still Herbert and Violet.
Okay.
But we have a whole new monster this time.
That's very exciting. Yeah. I was just flipping through this book to see if I can catch a picture of Gargantis, because the illustrations in Malamander were beautiful, so I'm expecting it to be just as wonderful in this book. But,
but I think there's been a big storm, or I don't know if it's like a storm happened and brought the monster to town, or if the monster is causing storms in town. But it's coming to find treasure that's been stolen from it, or so they think.
Cool. I hope we get to meet more characters from the town, because that was one of my favorite parts about the first book. All the quirky, eccentric characters in Erie-on-Sea.
Trying to figure out who you can trust and who's against you. Oh, it's such a great series.
Yeah.
So that one comes out on May 12th. Next up, we have another one that is supposed to come out on May 12th. And that is book 3 in the York series, The Map of Stars by Laura Ruby. I know book 2 was delayed quite a bit, almost a year, I think, if not more. So fingers crossed it comes out on May 12th, but not totally sure. There are no details as of yet on Goodreads about what what's happening in this one, but I'm assuming that Jamie and the twins are still hunting down all the secrets and trying to solve this the Morningstar cipher in Old York. I have book 2 at home, but I have not had a chance to dive into that one either. There's just too much reading to do. It's a real problem. It was just, I really loved book 1, and it's just such a neat middle grade steampunk kind of. It's awesome.
Yeah, the covers always look very intriguing.
Yes.
I need to pick up these books as well.
Yeah. Another one that we have no information for, but we do have a proposed publication date of July 28th, and that is Treasures of the 12 by Cindy Lin, which is the sequel to The 12. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you anything about it other than
I remember during our live chat she kind of hinted, because the title is called Treasure of the 12, and in the first book they kind of collected the treasures and some were missing. Maybe it'll be about collecting all of that, and book 1 ended on a cliffhanger.
Total cliffhanger.
So hopefully that conflict will resolve itself too.
And I'm sure that there'll be even more conflicts.
Yeah.
And it'll end on another cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But,
and I really
it's okay with
liked
me.
in the first book how she progressed in her Zodiac power. Like she was like training and stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully in book 2, like she'll get even better.
Yeah.
And even stronger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
So look out for that one in July.
Mm-hmm.
In September 2020, we have book 3 in the Cassidy Blake series by Victoria Schwab, and that is Bridge of Souls. No information about this one other than the fact that it is set in New Orleans.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go
Me too.
visit. And now this is probably going to make me really want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shan Lee's going for Christmas.
Oh, really? Cool.
So she can scope out the ghosts for
Yeah.
us. And more exciting news, if you haven't already heard this, it's not super new news, but these books are being adapted into a TV series.
Cool.
I don't know when it's going to come out. We do know that it's been aged up a bit, so Cassidy is in her college years, I believe. But I think this one will translate quite well to the screen.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it'll be great. So then we have book 2 and 3 of the Polar Bear Explorers Club. Book 2 actually just came out in November. I think even earlier than that in the UK. And there is a book 3 coming out, but I don't know when. I think, again, it's always earlier in the UK because it was published there first. But book 3 will be called Explorers on Black Ice Bridge.
Black Ice Bridge.
Yeah. And like in the first book, there's the Polar Bear Explorers Club, then there's also like the Desert Lions or something like that, and a sea-based one. So I think she's expanding out the world of the different locales that they're checking out.
But the second book is still the polar bears, or is it a different world?
I think you like stick with the crew that you met in the first one, but then they're slowly meeting people from like the other clubs and venturing into their worlds as well.
Yeah, I just read the back, like a reluctant new ally from the Jungle Cat Explorers Club.
There you go.
It's cool. That's really
and
exciting. That's
in
cool.
book 3, we've got gargoyles, sea gremlins, mermaids, red devil squids, and a gentleman flamingo.
It's water themed. What? That's awesome. Gentleman flamingo.
Gentleman flamingo. And last, but certainly not least, we have Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. Yes. Book 3 in the Nevermore series. This one has been pushed a little bit. It's now coming out in August, middle of August. Our whole team is losing their minds waiting to read book 3 of this series. Morgan is facing new challenges. She's learning the wretched arts. But on top of that, a virus is sweeping through Nevermore, and it's turning the infected Wunimals into vicious beasts. Unimals, they're called. Not Wunimals, but Unimals. So she has to, she's trying to harness her own power. She's trying to find a cure for this. She's trying to find out what on earth is going on in Nevermore.
I just got like little butterflies. I read these first 2 books just like so quickly, and it was just such an intense reading experience. Like I just couldn't handle it. Yeah. So you just telling me the plot of the thing. I know. Like, I can't do this. That's really exciting.
Yeah. August 18th. Get ready. And then this isn't sequel news, but also just fun, exciting news is that Night Books and Hello Universe are both in development with Netflix.
Nice.
So we'll see both of those on the screen sometime in the future as well.
Night Books would make such a great Netflix show. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a really good episodic, I think. So that's what we have coming up in 2020. With the worlds that we've already introduced you to. We would love to hear which ones you are most excited for in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more bookish videos every week. Happy reading, and thanks for being awesome.
Bye!